The Crab and the Sandcastle. The sun hung low in the sky, casting a golden glow across the beach. The air was warm, the sand soft beneath the tiny legs of a determined little crab. With every step it left behind a trail of tiny indentations, the perfect marks of a creature with a purpose. Today, the little crab wasn't just scuttling along the shore, searching for food or burrowing into the sand. No, today it had a vision. It paused at the water's edge, looking out at the endless ocean. The tide was out, the waves retreating far enough to leave a wide, flat expanse of sand. This was the moment. With a determined pinch of its claws, the crab began to gather sand, dragging it with surprising precision. Little by little, it built a mound, shaping it carefully, smoothing the edges with its delicate movements. It had seen humans build castles before, giant, towering structures that seemed to defy the very nature of the shore. Why couldn't it, a humble crab, create something just as magnificent? As the sun sank lower, painting the sky in streaks of pink and orange, the crab worked tirelessly. Each grain of sand added to the castle's growing walls, each delicate claw movement a small triumph. It imagined what it might feel like to stand atop its creation, to gaze out at the sea from the highest peak. With one final scrape, the crab finished its masterpiece. A perfect sandcastle, not too tall, but strong enough to make its creator proud. The walls curved, the towers tapered to sharp points, and there, on top, was the tiniest of flags. A bit of seaweed caught between the crab's claws and placed triumphantly at the very top. The crab paused, its small body standing tall before its creation, the tide now far enough away that it seemed to be holding its breath. The wind whispered, the sky deepening with the coming night. The crab looked at the ocean one last time, a sense of satisfaction filling its chest. But as the last rays of sunlight dipped below the horizon, the water began to inch closer. The first small wave crept forward, lapping gently at the castle's base. The crab noticed, its tiny eyes widening in alarm. A second wave rolled in, just a bit higher, and the crab's heart skipped. It couldn't the ocean wait just a little longer? But the tide had a mind of its own, and it was not in the business of waiting. The waves came faster now, one after another, each one slowly pulling the sand away from the castle. The crab scurried back, its claws waving in distress, but it was too late. The castle, which had taken so much time, so much effort, was slipping away into the sea, grain by grain. It watched helplessly as the once proud structure crumbled, lost to the relentless pull of the tide. Finally, with one final rush of water, the sandcastle was gone, leaving nothing but a smooth stretch of beach behind. The crab stood there for a moment, stunned and silent, staring at the empty space where its creation had once stood. It could have scurried off in defeat, could have let the ocean's indifference break its spirit. But instead, the crab sat down in the sand, staring at the horizon. It was small, it was a creature of simple means. But in that moment, it had done something extraordinary. The crab didn't need the castle to prove its worth. It had created something beautiful with its own two claws, something that, for just a moment, had made it feel like a part of something greater. And even as the waves washed it all away, the crab knew the truth. It was the effort that mattered, not the outcome. As the darkness of night began to settle over the beach, the crab turned away, its tiny legs moving with purpose once again. Tomorrow, it would find another patch of sand, and maybe, just maybe, it would try again. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to help the channel grow. Every story shared brings a little more magic into the world.